And now 2025, we're really going to see it playing out on the earth. And this split is going to get bigger and bigger. And so the fork in the road is here, the split is happening, and the gap is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Egypt. And Egypt is the throat chakra of the planet. The pyramids are just such a powerful transmitter of energy. And that's where a lot of the new codes of consciousness are coming in. As tsunamis of light are coming into Egypt. It's so ancient, and many lifetimes in Egypt and Atlantis. Yeah, it's so lovely to go there. In Egypt last year, in Goddess Hathor's temple, I saw lifetimes of me as a master alchemist teaching energy work and teaching my priestesses, and I had my alchemy schools there. And then I was killed in that lifetime for my light, and
Hi, this is Akanksshaa. If you're new here, please subscribe to my channel. If you resonate with me, please like, comment, and share. Welcome to Multidimensional Soul Podcast and a Talk Show. On this show, we talk about deep spiritual and mystical experiences of people which we normally shy away talking about. We are more than our physical body. We are spiritual beings on a human journey, and we discuss how a soul exists on multiple dimensions. We discuss science, technology, and spirituality point of views and perspectives on this show. Our purpose is to open our minds to limitless possibilities and our hearts to love and shine the light within bright. We have with us today Neelam Sareen, who is a quantum alchemist and channeler and healer, and all the way from UK. Namaste, and it is honor to have you here. A very warm welcome.
thank you so much. Namaste to you as well. And it's lovely to be here with you. Thank you for having me on.
Hello, welcome to part 2 of our conversation. If you have not watched the last episode, I highly recommend that you watch it. We talked about Neelam's journey into spirituality, and as a channeler, as a quantum coach, we discussed about what is the plot twist that is happening in 2025, especially for twin flames, how divine counterparts are replacing twin flames. We talked about breaking old templates, releasing old timelines and paradigms, how divine feminine is shifting beyond old timelines, the role of karmic debts, soul contracts, and past lives in relationships. And Neelam channeled ascended masters and deities like Ganesha, Buddha, Krishna, Tara, Saraswati, and it was very beautiful. So do watch that episode and come back here.
Okay.
So just like twin flames are working here to break the templates and working through the societal conditioning and all of that. There are many different types of light workers. There are grid workers. There are light workers who open the portals, and then there are star seeds. So I understand you recently have been to Egypt and did some great amount of work there. So that's quite exciting. So can you talk about that?
Yeah, so since 2022, I've been traveling every year around November, December time to Egypt. And Egypt is the throat chakra of the planet. And whenever I go, I hire the pyramids, I take a retreat there, and we do really powerful energy work. Egypt is such a powerful portal. And, Krishna was talking about expression, but our expression is so important. If we don't have our voice, how can we express what's truly within us? So the throat chakra is so important through this time. And I've got blue behind me today, and you're wearing blue. So it's all about expression. Our expression, our soul expression wants to be shared through us. And so Egypt is that place. And the pyramids are just such a powerful transmitter of energy. And that's where a lot of the new codes of consciousness are coming in. As tsunamis of light are coming into Egypt. It's so ancient. And we're awakening the timelines of Atlantis. of ancient Egypt. We're opening the mystery schools of magic. We're opening up our technologies that we used as our ascended selves. We're calling back those technologies as we ascend and activate our DNA. So Egypt is one of those places that does that. We opened up so much magic when we went on retreat in Egypt in December. We went for 12/12. We hired the pyramids for 12/12. And I literally, as I transmitted the frequencies and the source codes and the tsunami of light that was coming in on 12/12, I literally saw the circle, and I saw souls stepping into their magic, like their magic came online, their light language was coming online, literally sitting in the pyramids. And they were just experiencing something so profound that is going to change their lives forever. So I love our retreats in Egypt. They're so powerful. And it just helps the soul come online in a whole other way. It's incredible. So these are powerful portals. That is the throat chakra. You've got the other chakras like Glastonbury in the UK is the heart chakra. So you've got all these special places. I do retreats at Mount Shasta as well, and that's the root chakra. So there are these places, and it just amplifies the energy of that energy center. And that's what we work with. So Egypt is beautiful. I have a deep love of Egypt and many lifetimes in Egypt and Atlantis. So yeah, it's so lovely to go there.
So can you talk about some of the lifetimes that you have seen? Which is the most memorable one, and what has been your most profound spiritual experience?
I think I have had so many over time, but when I was in Egypt last year, in the goddess Hathor's temple, I saw lifetimes of me as a master alchemist teaching energy work and teaching my priestesses, and I had my alchemy schools there. And then I was killed in that lifetime for my light, and so that when I went to that temple, your past life, your lifetimes come up where you can see, you can feel the energy of the pain and the sadness, but also the love of her temple. So that was something that was so profound last time when I went. I've seen memories of Atlantis, me as again a teacher, a master teacher, teaching alchemy tools, working with mystery magic and soul technologies. And I give a lot of tools, alchemy tools from ancient Egypt, using pyramid technology, sacred geometry, working with Thoth and Ra and scarab technology and Sekhmet, and going to her obsidian temples. It's like I know all these places, the Isis Hathor schools, I know them, my soul remembers them. I know how to go into these spaces. So it's helping souls to reconnect with that remembrance of lifetimes in Egypt, lifetimes in Atlantis, lifetimes in Lemuria, by taking them back to those spaces where they can receive the DNA upgrades of those lifetimes. So I've seen many lifetimes through this time, and I know. And also, when you go to certain lands, the moment your feet touch the land, you remember. It's like the earth never forgets you, and you never forget the earth. So the moment your feet touch base with that land, you start to remember, I've been here before, and you get this like deja vu, and your soul thinks, okay, yeah, I've been here before. So, this is why we are being called to travel across the planet, to pick up the light codes, but also to anchor our light codes and to connect with the land, because the land has information for us. The land has technologies for us. And there's just so much going on through this time. But there are just so many memories that, that I've experienced. There's so many, but many in Egypt that I can remember, which are beautiful.
So how many lifetimes do you remember, or you've not counted?
I don't really connect with how many lifetimes I remember. I just your lifetimes. You're a multidimensional being, so we've had thousands of lifetimes. Where some souls are so ancient, they have thousands and thousands of lifetimes. I've never really wanted to know that information for myself. I've just I kind of detached from that. I just trust what I receive. Some souls want to know that information, so they seek it out. But I know my lifetime are ancient as an ancient soul. and many of the lifetimes I see as a master alchemist, doing alchemy work, which is why I'm a quantum alchemist and cosmic alchemist in this lifetime. So, we're getting back to the lifetimes that we've experienced, our ascended selves and our ascended gifts. But I could not tell you how many lifetimes I've had.
Okay.
In that way. No.
Okay. You mentioned that Atlantean and Lemurian light codes and DNA codes are getting activated now. And these were very ancient civilizations, but their technology was misused, and that's why they got destroyed. So, how is it that we're going to ensure that the same thing doesn't happen when we start remembering these things? Also, are there any higher beings who are guiding us on this path?
We are at this choice point and the fork in the road where, we can destroy, the ego can destroy, or the heart will guide us into the next space and evolution of our time, which is what we are going to see, the battle of the mind and the heart, the battle of the ego and the heart, love, fear and love is playing out on our planet at this time. And so we are replaying, we've come back to replay the lifetimes of Atlantis. Will we step into and evolve as our consciousness evolves? Will we evolve into heart consciousness, or will we get stuck in the ego? And so this is where light workers and starseeds are learning that, to not compare themselves to another soul, not to compete with our gifts, but to know that we all have our own unique gift to share with the world. And it's to know your unique gift, to embody your unique gift, and to trust what comes through you rather than looking over your shoulder at someone else, comparing yourself to someone else, competing with another soul, envy, jealousy, all of that we've got to get beyond, because we cannot step into heart consciousness and thriving as a planet if we are still stuck and trapped in our ego and hierarchy systems of I'm better than you, I'm more spiritual than you, I have more qualifications than you. It's not about that. How old is your soul? How many lifetimes have you had here? How many times have you been a master alchemist or a healer? In many lifetimes, all of that information, all of that wisdom is here embodied within you. And as you unravel it, that's what's going to come through. So you cannot put the soul into a hierarchical system of accreditations on what you have. It's about the awakening of the soul and the consciousness, and then the soul steps forward. Sometimes some souls have a complete awakening and they remember everything, or they may be born with the knowledge of everything. And yet others will say, well, how can you know when I've done this for so many years and I've had this, you cannot be better than me. So we get that in the spiritual community. We get it in any form of work that we do. It's our mind, it's the ego mind, and we get trapped in that consciousness. So can we evolve beyond that? Children are coming in with full set of gifts. They are healers, they are teachers. Can we be open to receiving information and knowledge from a child? And that means we have to get beyond our ego. New souls are coming in, walk-ins are coming in with a complete aligned DNA to source. Can we accept that soul and the information that comes through them? So this is where you have to use your discernment as well when you connect with another soul. Just feel the purity of their energy, to feel the purity of their heart, to feel if the messages feel aligned for you, and if they don't, to let it go. But to just let it go, and not to judge it, but just to surrender it, that that's not for me. So there'll be many perspectives through this time. You cannot look at the soul from a hierarchical system. And this is where we have to surrender the ego and trust the soul gifts that are coming through each soul at this time. So those memories are awakening. We have to stop competing. We have to stop comparing, stop judging, and show up for the planet and the evolution of humanity from the space of compassion, compassionate leaders stepping forward, and then we will make it into the next space. And the guides are saying we are going to make it, we are making it, we are evolving, and we are letting go of the ego. So this year you will see the big battles of the ego and the heart, the power struggles. me better than you, control and surrender. But we've got to drop into that space of receptivity and surrender within ourselves. And then we will see it, unfolding on the planet. And we are seeing it unfolding on the planet. So this is why we are back to see this through.
Yeah. What I understand from some people is that there is going to be a split of the earth, the 3D, because not everybody is choosing to ascend. So, what is your understanding about that?
Yeah, I talk a lot about that. So if you go into my channel, I talk about the 3D, 5D split. It is happening, and the gap is going to get bigger and bigger. So there are souls that are choosing to stay in 3D, in the third dimension, and play out their karmic, debts and life lessons. But in this lifetime, there are a lot of evolved souls that have come, light workers, starseeds, who've come back to take the planet to new earth and the new vibrations. And so they are now stepping into the fullness of their being, and they're expressing from their heart space, and they're expressing their soul gifts. So this shift is now happening, and the split is happening. And in December, we were asked to choose our timelines, like really choose the trajectory of where you are now going to take your consciousness. Are you going to move towards love, or are you going to stay in the vibrations of fear? We had a big split in 2020 when the pandemic hit. Many souls went into fear, and those who continue to stay grounded in love continue to move to the new vibrations. It's happened again in 2024, and now 2025, we're really going to see it playing out on the earth. And this split is going to get bigger and bigger. And so the fork in the road is here, and you've got to decide which timeline you're going to jump into. Are you going to go towards love, joy, peace, harmony, and alignment of your soul path? Or are you going to continue to play out fear? And this is where we have to face our fears, face our shadows, and keep choosing love, keep choosing love, keep choosing love. So the split is happening, yes. There are different iterations of Earth and a higher vibration as us. We are multidimensional, and so is Earth. Mother Earth is multidimensional, so she's existing on many levels, many layers. And as we evolve, we get to experience that Earth plane, where the soil is rich, the people are beautiful, we take care of the earth, we love each other, we work in harmony and co-creation. We are interdependent, not codependent, not dependent. We're not playing the toxic dynamics. We are sovereign in our power, and we are working together to co-create the infrastructure for the new earth grids and the new structures that will be here, anchored. And we are the bridge generation to do that for the future generations that will come, after us. We are the bridge generation that are anchoring the new earth vibration. So yes, the split is happening, and the gap is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Because you work so much at the quantum level, and that's very fascinating. That's where the science and spirituality meet, actually. And spirituality goes way ahead of science, even at the quantum level. So, can you talk about different timelines, how we can see different timelines and choose the higher vibrational timeline? How can we do that all the time? Because every moment we are given a choice to choose a different timeline through our actions, through our intentions. And it is important at this point, especially, to choose highest vibration timeline all the time. So how can you see them? Because somebody needs to have that quantum level vision to be able to understand that, okay, these are the timelines playing out, and not just at the global level, but even in your personal life. And this is what I need to choose right now. And my second question to that is, there is quantum jumping, which you can, because the highest vibration reality that you want to achieve as per your soul's deepest desire, you need to at times quantum jump, because there's too much of gap in between to manifest that timeline. So how can you do that?
So that we have infinite timelines available to us. So every time, as a soul, in every moment, we have a choice. So if you imagine a probability tree, and if you make this one turn this way, you go down this road. And if you turn this way, you go down this road. And then the path eventually you'll get there, but you'll go down a different trajectory and a different path. Now, in every moment, we have to be very mindful of our choices. So the more consciously aware we are of ourselves and our thoughts, the more consciously we can choose our thoughts and get in charge of our thoughts rather than our thoughts dictating our reality. And our thoughts have dictated our reality up until now. But now we are conscious enough to step back and have this gap where we can look at our thoughts and choose differently. So in every moment, if, a thought comes up that is negative or that it comes from a place of lack or limitation, we can upgrade it and say, no, actually, I delete. I'm not choosing that. I choose to believe that I am abundant, that love is the way, that I am surrounded by love, that I can choose to be abundant, that there is infinite love flowing towards me. I am successful. I'm abundant. I am free. I am flowing. I'm surrounded by loving connections. I have everything I need in this moment. So we can make choices like that in every moment. We can choose differently. The moment we choose differently, you choose a different frequency. You align with a different frequency. Fear will take you into low vibration. Anger will take you into low vibration. Envy and jealousy will take you into low vibration. Sadness will also take you down into a lower vibration. Not lower vibration, but more density. The moment, it's important to feel your emotions, not to deny them. Feel everything you're feeling, but then to release it and come back to neutrality. And from neutrality, when you are still in your mind and in your heart, you choose differently. You choose love, you choose joy, you choose peace. I choose to align with my highest expression of my soul in this lifetime. I choose to align with my highest timeline. I choose to align with joy. I choose to align with love. I choose to see myself as the divine sovereign being of light. I choose, I choose, I choose. So in every moment when you choose, you align with a different timeline, a different vibration, and then that will take you to a different trajectory and a timeline. Okay, so that's really important. So moment by moment, choosing your thoughts, getting in front of your thoughts, and meditation helps you to, see your thoughts as the credits of a movie, and to see what your mind is feeding you, and to choose differently. So that's really important, and that's how you can change your vibration. Quantum jumping is when you want to, if you're not happy with your reality and you really work on yourself internally, you can quantum jump into a whole different trajectory. So you have to visualize that timeline. What will that timeline look like for you? What would the quantum jumping is aligning with the highest expression of your soul. And if you have been if you're calling in that you want to experience the highest expression of your soul self, which is something that I did. I quantum jumped into a whole different reality. And if you keep choosing that, Source Creator is going to come in, bring a roadblock or bring a tower moment for you, or completely change your life, so that because you may not be aligned with that frequency and that timeline, so you'll go through a tower moment to then put you into this timeline where you get to experience and do the work that your soul can do at the highest vibration and expression of your soul. So that usually, when that happens, you will go through a major shift, a death of the old self, letting go of an identity, a loss, a grieving process, a complete breakdown to break through, to quantum jump onto this reality. Some souls do choose it. We do choose it. If we're so off track, we will choose that, and then we'll get on track, and then we share our energy at this vibration. So destiny, and what was written for you, always for you to experience. Yeah, so both are available. It depends on you. If you want the gentle route, or if you want the the highest trajectory of your soul, you get to choose.
Yeah, I have experienced that. So
Yes, so have I. Not fun at the time, but
But can we have joyous awakening, not going through the tower moment, but at the same time do some daily rituals through which you can achieve this quantum jump? Is it possible at all?
As souls, we learn more through suffering and challenges. We go into the dark, the shadow, to it's the contrast of dark and light. Like, you'll never know what joy truly feels like if you haven't experienced sadness or grief. Uh, we don't know what peace feels like if we haven't experienced conflict and chaos of the mind. So, and in duality, we do choose the contrast to really truly understand what the higher vibrations feel like. But as we evolve, we can choose. I choose to evolve through ease and grace. I choose to align with, joy. I choose to learn my life lessons through joyful experiences and creative play. So we can make choices on a daily basis so that the ride is more gentle and more joyful, and we don't have to experience the extremes as such. This is not a time of extremes anymore. It's about the middle path. It's about seeing the two, but then choosing the middle path, ease and grace. Choose ease and grace, choose ease and grace, and that's what you will experience. But we do initially have to go through that tower moments and the ups, the highs and lows to get the sustenance and the wisdom for the soul to enrich your soil, so that then you can be in the lighter vibrations of joyful play and joyful creation. Yeah.
So true. Ease and grace. That's the mantra.
Ease and grace is the one I use. I choose to experience life through ease and grace.
Yeah. I also do that affirmation.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah.
Uh, when we see David Hawkins' map of consciousness, as per that, joy is higher than love, and then higher than joy is enlightenment, 700 plus. But what I understand of the recent mm, ascension that is happening, authenticity is the highest vibration, where you are expressing your highest self through this embodiment and living as a sovereign being. So, can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so authenticity is really where we are, what we are embodying at this time. Authentically you in your soul suit, in your sovereignty. No ego, no trying to prove yourself to anyone, but just knowing yourself fully, and the frequency and the energy that you carry, standing in your sovereignty, in your truth, and just expressing that truest part of you into the world. Like, that's the frequency you're here to emanate. That's your highest frequency and highest expression of your soul that you can express, is your authentic self, the one that has all the external falsity removed. And this is me, bare in my soul suit. This is me, authentically me, expressing my soul light in the world. And when you are stepping into that sovereignty and that authenticity and that level of authenticity, you are operating from the energy of pure love, pure source love. And souls will feel that love from you, because you're not trying to be someone else. You're not trying to prove yourself. You're not talking about something that you don't know. This is me. This is what comes through me. And that's connecting with the most purest vibrations of your soul and source. So authenticity, yes, it was love, and then it's joy, but now authenticity is right up there, is at the top. And this is what we're learning, that it's okay to be you. It's okay to be fully you on the earth. How amazing and beautiful is that I can be fully who I am in my truth. And that is why I am here. And that's what we realized through this journey, that actually I just came to be fully authentically me, and that's all I need to be. And that's just so beautiful and peaceful to know that. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's so beautiful and so powerful, because you become an open vessel of pure love to be transmitted
true,
through
true.
you, and everyone feels.
Yeah. I can go on talking for hours with you, but
Yeah.
I'm just being mindful of the time. So, yeah, I ask
So,
all my guests a few questions. Can I ask you those?
yes.
If you were to explain multidimensional soul to a common person, how would you explain?
So multidimensional. So I want you to imagine that you're a human being, and you have all these colors coming out from your heart, like a spiral, like a wheel, with all these lines, lights coming out of you. And that's a multidimensional soul. So you are existing in many multi-dimensions, many star systems, throughout consciousness, throughout the multiverse. You are existing. So you are existing in multi-dimensions. You are a multi-dimensional being, which means you're not just here on Earth. You are everywhere. You are everywhere. You are everywhere. And that's why I love having images like this behind me, because you are this. You are everything. You are this. We have been condensed to a single point. We think we are just this, but we are multi-dimensional, which means we are existing in multi-dimensional dimensions. So imagine you with a wheel around you and all these lights coming in, out from you, 360 degrees. You are all of that, emanating and transmitting and experiencing yourself in many different vibrations, which is very beautiful.
Beautiful. What is holistic well-being according to you?
Holistic well-being is looking at yourself on a mind, body, heart, soul, spirit level. So on all levels, not just physical. And we've been used to wellness on a physical level, but wellness is never on a physical level. It's energetic, it's mental, it's emotional, it's physical, it's on all levels. So we have to look at the whole being, really. We have to get to the root causes of issues, and we have to get to the energetic level, because that's where trauma gets locked in. So holistic wellness is looking at the whole being, multidimensional you, not just the physical being. That's putting a plaster and putting a band-aid on the issue. It doesn't resolve the issue. It may in some cases, but really you've got to get to the root as a whole being and discover what that is for you. So wholeness, whole health is what I would say holistic wellness is. Yeah.
What is the ultimate purpose of life?
To be fully you. Authenticity, to be fully you here on earth, to express the fullness of you is really why we are here. We go on this journey of discovery and learning all these modalities and getting to know ourselves, but truly is to come back to ourselves and the love that is in our heart and our divinity, and to know ourselves in our truest, purest form. And that truly is why we are here. Really why we are here. Yeah.
What is love?
What is love? Love is source. Love is you. Love is every cell in your body. Love is who we are. Love is our truth. And love is the vibration of just acceptance, radical acceptance of the purity and the divinity that vibrates through us. Love is heart consciousness. Love is acceptance. Love is compassion. Love is kindness. Love can be tough as well, to bring us back to our hearts. Love can be grief. Love is everything, and everything is you. Love is divinity in its purest form. Yeah. And that's what we're here to experience, the purest forms of love in a physical body.
That's
Yeah.
so beautiful. What is self-love?
Self-love. Oh my God, that's such an important lesson. Loving yourself the way Source loves you. Loving yourself the way a mother loves you. If you had a good relationship with your mother, but loving yourself the way the earth loves you, loving yourself the way Source loves you, loving yourself the way your angels love you, loving yourself in your wholeness, in your completeness, with no judgment, no criticism of the self, but total acceptance, understanding, compassion, and unconditional love for self is self-love. And then when we get to that place, we become one with Source. There's no more separation. So self-love is the most important journey, and that we go on as a human being.
What's your parting message for our audience?
My parting message is to have compassion with yourself through this time, to breathe often, to connect with your heart every day, to fill yourself up with Source love, and to know that you are worthy of the highest expression of love and receiving the highest vibrations of love. You are worthy because you are divine and sovereign, and it's to remember that. So compassion with the self, kindness with the self, and non-judgment of the self through this time as you ride these waves to get back to your truest, highest, most authentic self, Source. And that's the message that I want to part with.
Wow, so beautiful. Is there any message that you have for me and the podcast or the talk show? Anything, any direction or anything from my son, the source?
To keep being authentically you, to show up as yourself, not to look over your shoulder at other podcasters, but to bring your own uniqueness and your own gifts to the energy of this podcast, because the podcast has its own energy and it will attract its own vibrations and own soul tribe. So it's to trust that, to grow authentically, to be patient with yourself. And Rome was not built in a day, so to take each step, and at each step there's lessons and growth and to expansion. So to enjoy the journey of the growth of this podcast, and not to put so much pressure on yourself, but to create from a space of joy. Really, to create from a space of joy so it can expand and grow authentically. So that is the message for you in your podcast. And also that your son is with you. He's here. He's always with you. He's showing you to new realms and dimensions. He's helping you to expand your vision and your consciousness through this time. He's going to show you so much through your lens, and what you believed is going to be shifting fast through this time. So just remember, he's with you, to stay connected with him. He comes into your dreams. He's always connecting with your heart. The moment you put your hands on your heart and you take a breath, when you feel that level or that moment of separation or grief, to feel him here in your heart, and you'll hear him say, "I'm here, Mom. I'm with you. I've never left. I'm here." He's just working more cosmically in other realms with other beings of higher consciousness, which is beautiful. So, yeah.
Thank you.
He's with you.
How can people connect with you?
So you can connect with me on my newsletter, my website, and you have all the details below. So I'm also on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, and I'm on YouTube as well. I'll be sharing a lot on YouTube through this time. And also I offer various group sessions. One-to-ones are currently, they're currently closed, but we have group sessions, courses, retreats that we run regularly, so they can connect with me and through the newsletter and find out what we're offering. So straight after this session, I've got breathwork and meditation for January, and then we've got lots of different courses, magic mystery schools, Tesla technology we're working with channeling courses, money as well, infinite abundance and 5D consciousness, and the 5D money blueprint and the bank of source. So there's lots that I offer, but they can connect with me through my social media platforms.
Thank you so much. It has really been a privilege having you here. Lovely to have you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's lovely to connect with you, and just to know here is where you operate from, and to remember that your guides are with you. And it's been lovely to connect and speak to you today. So thank you for having me on your podcast. Thank you.
Thank you. And I look forward to hosting you on it.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Take care. Thank you for watching and listening in wherever you are in the world. As Ramdas says, that we all are just walking each other home. So thank you for co-creating the new earth along with me and our guests. And if you resonate with me, do subscribe to my channel and do let us know how you find our episodes. Thank you so much. Lots of love.